Hey, we're the Talkers. I'm Chino.
I'm Trisha.
I'm June.
I'm Owel.
Welcome to
After Shift.
So, thank you guys for still listening, for still supporting us. By the way, I do apologize. I know that there was a confusion the last time that we uploaded the podcast or the episode. I think some of our listeners were not able to access. But please be reminded, guys, that we already have a YouTube channel. Okay, it's after_shift. Just go there. All of the podcast episodes from the previous ones are actually uploaded there. Okay, and don't you worry. Later on, after this recording, we will be uploading it, and for sure, you guys will see the actual link. There would not be any more confusion. So, how's everyone doing today?
Great.
Great.
It's been a week for everyone, I guess.
Another week, right? This week has been very stressful. So, you know what? It's actually an interesting topic. We have an interesting topic today. And
Right.
Go ahead, Ola. What about it?
I guess before anything else, I would like to ask everyone, have you ever been friend-zoned or have you ever friend-zoned someone?
Wow, that's a cool topic. Friend zone.
Like-
Friend zoning or putting someone on the friend
Yes.
zone or in the friend zone and you being friend zoned. Right? That's your
Right.
question. Okay.
Like any experience of hearing from a friend, I think we should be friends, or from the one that you're attracted with,
Yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
My end, I think I'm on denial.
So you're not sure if you were actually friend zoned by some girl
Whatever.
or is that the case?
But
for you?
yeah, I think so.
But you're not sure. So
I'm
yeah,
not
probably in
sure.
denial, June.
I've friend zoned someone.
Oh, ganda!
But I haven't friend zoned
Ganda.
anyone. I friend zoned someone, but I haven't been friend zoned.
But are you really friends in the first place?
I think so. Whatever. Oh.
My experience, I have never been friend zoned.
I know,
Wow,
right?
never!
Wow.
Amazing.
Hashtag Pogi problems. Okay, June.
Hashtag.
But yeah, same with Trisha. I did friend zone. I did place some people or some girls in particular, of course, in the friend zone.
Ikaw na!
I don't know, like
Well, I don't know if I was friend zoned, but I know I war zoned someone.
war zone. You're in a war zone with someone.
I never friend zone anyone because, you know,
Di ba marami kang suitors?
Check.
Tapos pina-friendzone mo, tapos
Hindi,
nakikipaghawakan
warzone
ka
yun.
naman ng kamay.
So,
makapalawa mo.
So I guess what we can talk about friend zone, okay, is of course we might want to define it.
Right.
What is the definition of a friend zone? Like, why would people be on that friend zone? We can also try to discuss about the signs.
Right.
What are the indications that you are actually friend zoned? And what are the signs also that you have friend zoned someone? And we can also talk about how to get out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead.
I think I have one word for being friend-zoned. I think it's just simply unrequited.
What is that word?
What do you mean by that, June?
Unrequited. You're not being reciprocated. You like that person, but she didn't like you. Hindi ka crush ng crush mo.
Yeah. So, okay, that's actually pretty hard to swallow at times, considering again that you like that person, but that person doesn't like you,
Right.
or he or she doesn't see you the way you see him or her, right?
I think
Yeah.
I think friend zone is a situation where a boy or a girl or any person, like it could also be applied to
Any gender.
any gender. Like you are friends for a long time or for the longest time, but one person has already developed an intense emotional feeling
That's true.
towards the other person, in which the other person was not able to reciprocate it.
Right.
I don't think that really applies on a long-time friend. It also applies to new acquaintances.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I actually learned that if, let's say, there's no particular tension
Yeah.
or there's no sense of awkwardness, that's not romance, or that might not lead to a potential relationship. Because again, if the girl is really too comfortable with you, I mean, that person and that girl might eventually, excuse me, just like consider you as a friend only because of that comfort, because of her showing you how comfortable she's with you, as compared to if you guys like each other, there's that sense of awkwardness, like, and at the same time, it's a mixed emotion. So you guys are awkward around each other, and at the same time but you're so excited to be with that person. You're so excited to get to know that person. So I don't know. It's actually a mixed thing.
Mutual
I think-
liking, mutual intimacy.
Right.
There.
Oh, I think everyone, and this is a separate situation when you're dating someone. I think when you date someone, you are completely strangers to each other. That's
Right.
just my opinion. And then when you are in the friend zone, means that you have been friends with this person for quite a long time, and it's just that one person developed an intense feeling
Right.
about the other person.
Like as the process goes on with the
Yes,
friendship,
and
you
then
guys would eventually develop.
Right, and I think that's where most relationships start. Like you start with friendship, and then sooner or later you find this person attractive, or you need the person like every day, like to, I don't know, like go accompany you in shopping or watch movie together.
Yeah.
To simplify, I think friend zone is a platonic relationship.
That develops to
To
a romantic.
something,
Romantic.
to a romantic
Right.
relationship.
That can be. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So, now let's try to understand what friend zone is, and let's determine first how would you know, because we describe or we define the word friend zone. Now, it can also be used as a verb. Like, how would you know that someone is trying to friend zone you? Because we've established that when you are in a friend zone, someone normally will have a stronger feeling with the other party. So how would you know
So we're looking for signs here.
Yeah,
of being
signs
friend zone.
that you are being friend zoned? How about you? What did you do in the past, OL, to friend zone someone?
Kasi most of the time when of course, the usual text, kumain ka na ba?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you seek advice.
Right.
When I friend zone someone, I usually text, "You're such a good friend.
So you say it bluntly, like directly.
Right.
Yeah.
You're such a good friend. Thanks
Talagang
for-
may friend na kasama.
Yeah.
Just so clear.
Right. Or you call the person friend.
Yeah, hi friend, or
Right.
sometimes you go, hi te.
Yeah.
That's an indication, especially for third sex. When you call someone hi te
Mm-hmm.
or hi Mars, so
Mhm.
that's considered as that you are saying that it's already friend zone. Yun na
Ah.
yun.
I guess if let's say you guys are dating, right?
Mm.
Excuse me, and then for some reason, like both of you are comfortable in terms of talking about your ex, or
Right.
like let's say like for me, like if I am confident enough, or if I'm comfortable talking about other girls with that person, with that girl, then most likely it's a sign that I'm not interested with that person, because why would I
Right.
bring up other girls in the conversation if I am interested? So it only means one thing: I'm comfortable with that discussing that with her. So that would mean that she can be my friend. I guess I can confide with her, but not to a point wherein I would, jump into that relationship, jump with her in that relationship.
Because I
Right.
think we're talking about the comfort level,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? If you're very comfortable with this person, I think that's it.
For me, sa akin, friend zone, kapag friend zone, you don't reply at all, or you do not
Right.
respond at all, while the other is talagang persistent about, say, tin-text ka, kumain ka na ba, Facebook ka pa, and all,
Right.
and then very thoughtful of everything that you're doing. So, and the other one is not responding to it, not even politely saying something. Iba kay Owel.
Check.
He politely says friend or Mars or te, but for some they wouldn't respond at all.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that, but yun nga, may mga girls or may mga tao that really would respond as a courtesy, just like what you mentioned, June. Like they would just respond as a courtesy, but yun lang, it's so bland. The response is so cold. It's so bland. So I guess that's a sign that you guys are just friends. You guys are just gonna end up as friends.
Because in the first place, you have to really establish na so that the feelings or the emotion would not escalate to another level.
Yeah, parang may barrier. You're putting a barrier
Yun,
or
yun,
a
yun.
border
Pero
already.
I
na-
think in a in a nice way, in a courteous way. Hindi yung, ay, ayoko sa'yo, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Kasi, I don't like you over saying, yeah, hi friend. Talaga
Uh-huh.
ganon.
And what about this one? He or she won't bend to your will. Let's say, so you guys are in the process of dating, di ba? And then, parang you would make certain requests na, oh yeah, parang take your meds, or parang try this, try that. And then, that person, okay, would not respond or would not do it.
Yeah.
But if that person would do it, parang most likely that person likes you. But if she doesn't do it, then parang I don't care.
That's one sign of being friend zone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the one perfect example is because normally you would know that someone, your friend, is moving or is trying to, how do you say that? Like they're trying to, I don't know what's the right term, but yung dinidigahan ka na, like they're making
Making a move.
Yeah, making a move.
Yeah.
There, that's the word.
There.
I don't know what's happening with me. They're trying to make a move
Yeah.
on you, so you'll know. And when you know that, sometimes personally, what I do is if he asks me, hey, can you accompany me at the mall? Normally, I would say I'm busy.
Yeah.
Maybe some other time, just to be polite with that guy. But the question is, there's a thin line between being just too nice and
Yeah.
you're friend zoning someone.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, how would you really know?
If
Should-
somebody
yeah.
likes you so much and then something like that.
Right.
Because sometimes people might misinterpret.
Yung
Mm-mm,
actions, the
the action.
gestures,
Right.
the words.
There are
right?
people who's very
Oh, yeah.
naturally sweet, naturally
Right.
thoughtful,
Uh-huh.
right? And that can be misinterpreted as being liked or being reciprocated. So that can be really challenging for those people that they're expecting to be liked. at
That's
the
why,
same
you know what,
time.
it would actually be best if, let's say, like what you mentioned, June, if that person is naturally sweet, you know what, I think the best thing to do is to probably be direct with that person. What's the deal? Why are you like this? Or are you really this sweet to other people?
Right.
Or is it just sa akin?
Kasi nafa-fall na ako eh.
And again, and it's all about you. It's all about you reciprocating the gestures of that person.
Right.
Again, considering that that person is naturally sweet, kung ikaw, if you like the idea of reciprocating or parang responding, okay, then most likely interested ka.
Right.
Well, I think that in reality, I think less people would attempt doing that and would just enjoy and linger with the feeling of
Yeah, the thrill, the excitement,
That's it.
yung kilig,
Yeah.
right? That makes sense. What about this one? She stays away, or he or she stays away from you in public. Like, hindi masyadong madikit. Or
yeah.
You're not too...
Too close.
What do you think about that?
very
Yeah.
obvious and you would really feel na
Kasi
friend
for
zone.
example, sige, pag friend zone mo, pero
Right.
pag nasa friend zone na, I think the closeness siguro yun.
Yeah.
Kasi I was thinking kasi when I say na you stay away from him in the public, kasi parang, basta I totally disagree with that. Siguro kung na friend zone mo na si kuya or si ate, doon na kayo nagiging close. Yung
Yeah.
buddy-buddy na, sisterly or brotherly love na.
Yeah, the reason as to why I brought that up is because parang, I think, let's say, if I'm with a girl, tapos she would stay away from me, parang she probably doesn't want the people to see or to
Mapagkamalan.
to know na na kami, or parang
Right.
to be tagged as we have a relationship or we
Right.
are in a relationship. That's why she's trying to stay away from me,
True.
right? So she wouldn't
Oh.
hold my
So-
hand or hold my arm kasi nga ayaw niya na malabelan as you
Any
guys
signs
are
of
together.
exclusivity.
I guess.
Exactly,
Yes, I
there.
guess I have a perfect example. Kasi I have a friend, kapag iniyahan siyang makipag-date, sinasama ko.
Right.
So I think that's a perfect
Ay,
example
oo.
of being friend zone din. Kasi why would you, kasi when I say dating, it should be intimate, or there's intimacy. Pero nagugulat ako minsan, oy, text ako, sumama ka. Nagugulat ako, naging chaperon ako tuloy.
Yeah.
So what's the point of that? Is it a girl?
Yeah, it's a girl.
Uh-huh.
So what's the point of that girl going out with the guy if she's not really interested?
I
Right.
don't know.
I think that's the problem with some
Feeling ko
some
yung girl
girls
yung
or-
interested kay Owel.
Whoa, that's gonna be a miracle. Yeah, that happens. Wow, that's gonna be
At ang
amazing.
ginagawa lang talaga niya, pini-friendzone niya yung dinidate ng lalaki.
Whatever. That's a good idea.
What about this one? Let's say if the one that you're trying to date brought someone along with her, like, or with him. Let's say hindi kayo dalawa yung lalabas lang. Like, there's another friend that he or she tagged along with.
Ganyan.
Para tatlo kayo or para group kayo, but not the two of you, not just the two of you.
Right.
That's
Obviously, that's a sign that you know.
you don't
Friend
want
zone,
to
right?
really make him feel na
Yan yung intimate to.
Right.
Correct. So, the question now is, since we are giving examples, question now is, sometimes it's really blur for the person who's having an intense feeling to determine whether the girl really likes them. Because we mentioned a while ago, we pointed out, we raised that argument that what if the person is just literally sweet, or they're just concerned,
Naturally sweet,
naturally
right?
sweet,
Mhm.
naturally sweet, and there are some girls.
Swiss milk.
There are other people na, I mean, like, let's accept it, malandi lang talaga. Gusto lang makipaglandian.
Flirtatious.
Flirtatious. So,
Oh, yung malande?
yes. So, how would you know? How would you really know? So, what are the steps that a person can take to get out of the friend zone?
I actually have a good tip. Okay,
Take it from the expert.
No, not really. Admit that you're in the friend zone. Admit that you guys are just friends. I mean, you have seen the signs. I'm sure you're sensitive enough to know if the gestures, the actions, the words that you know that she is expressing to you. Kumbaga, if you parang you will feel it. Na talagang
Right.
friends lang. So the best thing to go about it is to admit it.
accept.
Don't pursue it anymore. Accept the reality that you guys are just friends, or what she thinks of you is just you know just platonic. It's
Hindi
friends.
ka talaga crush ng crush mo.
All right. I have a tip. One, if you're really having a hard time determining whether the girl likes or the boy likes you, try to spend time away from your friend to determine if they will miss you because you're making yourself unavailable, right?
Right.
So by doing this, you can determine if your absence have an emotional impact on them,
Oh.
right? Because
okay.
there's a saying that absence makes the heart go fonder.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah, but you have this feeling that you miss that person, you
Right.
long for that person, kasi wala
Right.
eh. She's not physically there, or that person is not physically there.
Pero
right.
good luck sa'yo pag hindi talaga. Wala
Yeah.
Then that's a good
Yeah.
that's a good
Para
I
false
think.
hopes, no?
So
Right.
accept.
So just accept.
Yeah, accept.
If in case the person will no longer, the friend will no longer call you
Yeah.
or would need you, right? Another one. I have another one.
Kasi minsan kasi huwag naman assuming.
Correct.
Yeah.
Another one is try to do subtle romantic moves.
Like what? Did your ex?
So
Did your ex make moves? These certain moves to you, like towards
Yeah. Because we started out as friends
you? Okay.
really for a long
So what
time.
did he do?
Um, simple things like, you know, he doesn't do this. I noticed this because when we eat outside,
Yeah.
when we go out as a group, I don't see him getting spoon and forks for everyone.
But you.
But only me.
Wow.
Extra special.
Ganda mo, no?
It's
Ganda
it's a
talaga.
subtle way of actually expressing your
Hindi, alam
or
ko
his
na.
feelings towards you. Yeah.
Right.
Patatuan kita, GGSS.
What's GGSS?
Gandang-ganda sa sarili.
Whatever. That really happened. Whatever.
Wow. I'm sure that's
Those-
really flattering, Trish.
Right. And how about you, June? I bet you had some subtle romantic moves
There are like certain moves, June, that you
Right.
have there.
to
like,
test that it will be
under your
reciprocated.
sleeves.
Totoo naman yan. Like, it's something extra special. You...
Uy, nangingiti si June, may naalala.
Siyempre
Yeah.
gusto mong i-profile yung liking mo dun sa girl, 'di ba? Like if you think that she's traditional or conservative, maybe why not try writing a letter?
Wow.
Ganyan.
And then inserting it inside the locker.
Tapos papagpagan ng perfume.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty old school, I think. But
Depende,
I think we
depende
talked
naman.
about this during dating, the episode Dating 101, wherein you get to, and I remember June saying na, parang, are you trying to spy on that girl or that
Right.
person? You're not trying to spy. You're just trying to get to know the things that he or she likes so that you would know how to move.
Right.
Right.
And I have one thing here. Confess your feelings. Be direct.
True.
That's the perfect way to get out of it. So take the risk. If you really are sure about your feelings towards that person,
Right.
might as well take the plunge.
So,
Profess.
Either you make it or break
Yeah,
it.
make or break.
so Chino, to date, how many texts and messages have you received that you just said, no, we're just friends?
Well, I don't receive those kinds of messages. I mean,
Chino question, but would you bluntly
Crazy.
say it to someone?
that
Hey, we're friends.
Mahirap yun!
honestly, it is hard
Mhm.
because again, I guess that's where our Filipinoism comes into play. Like,
Right.
That's how we are as
Right.
Filipinos. Parang
Right.
we're hard to reject. It's hard for us to reject other people, and it's also going to be hard for us to be rejected. So, going back to what man, I was placed placed on the spot here. Yeah, all of a
Sorry,
sudden,
Gino.
biglang uminit, excuse me, but yeah, I guess I might not be able to say it directly na no, we're just friends.
Sugarcoat.
Yeah, but yung parang slowly but surely, parang it's a gradual thing na you make them feel na there's really nothing to expect. Parang we are just friends kahit ano
Me-
mangyari.
what I did with mine, because I had this childhood friend.
Yeah.
So we're like really friends and close. At first I didn't notice that he's trying to make a move. I thought it was just a
Yung
a
kasama mo
gesture.
naliligo sa ulan.
Nagtatampisaw.
No, like him picking me up at the MRT. I thought it was just purely coincidence that it was at the MRT at that time. So when he said that if we can go out as boyfriend girlfriend, I immediately said no because I don't go out with my friends because we're like brothers and sisters. We grew up together. I don't get the idea of us dating together. Something like dating. So I immediately said no.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give false hopes to that person.
Yeah. I guess going back to the situation that Owen raised with me earlier about how to respond, actually the best thing to do is to not respond at all. Para hindi mo na mapaasa yung person that, that there's really something. Well, in fact, talagang wala naman eh. So don't respond.
Or mag-send ka ng quotes about friendship.
Are quotes still like...
Friendship is like a ship where your friends are.
May naalala tuloy ako, back when I was in high school, I think I friend-zoned somebody
Oh
because
my God.
Wow.
I think I'm extra careful, extra thoughtful, I'm extra caring type of person, and I remembered she confessed her love to me.
Wow.
Babae ito
Sira ulo ka. Anyway, ang nangyari nun, when she confessed her love to me, I actually didn't know what to say, and she asked help from her friend. Sabi niya, may feelings talaga ako sa'yo, something like that. And I think I answered her like, I really appreciate your feelings for me. And that's very thoughtful of you.
But it's not working.
Pero bago pa mangyari yan, mind you, what she was doing back then, medyo malapit kami when it comes to sa location. So,
Right.
she would go to our house and then fetch me for something na labas naman
Wow.
tayo or punta tayo sa funeral.
Punta tayo sa
Actually, hindi may funeral sa invite sa akin. Tapos, I mean, I'm not even totally close to her, but she was, she kept on
funeral.
pursuing me like,
Casual.
ano ba yung funeral? Just like naalala ko, but
Stick sa akin yung
it
funeral.
was something that really also has talagang naaalala ko mabuti. Yeah. So,
Well, no, yeah, regardless of... it's the intention that matters. Yeah,
I
that
think
counts,
it
yeah.
ended up like, kasi hindi talaga, wala akong nafe-feel na attraction sa kanya. So I think it ended up like, me stop being extra thoughtful, extra,
Friends.
because when I go to school, when I always sasabihin ko sa mga girls, oh, ang ganda mo ngayon, or what, or
Yeah.
ang sexy mo, ganyan. So they would really appreciate remarks like that, right? And may be misinterpreted. So what I did is I just get less extra thoughtful or masyadong ganyan. So, there.
But I think the dilemma there, if you're the person who's falling in love with a friend, is when you confess your love for the person, are you ready, to get the truth and to just leave the friendship away? Because definitely, if the person says no,
Totoo yan.
there will be an awkward moment.
Right.
Rejection.
That's why I
Right.
mentioned earlier that this is a risk. Again, if you get into a relationship, once you start feeling that, once you have that feelings already for that person, regardless if you guys are friends, like long-term friends or long-time friends or not, it's a risk. You jump.
Right.
But again, it's a hit or miss, right? So yeah, it's pretty risky, but the good thing about it is if the person that you admitted your love or you profess your love to reciprocates, right?
Right.
Oh my God, it's like winning the
It's
lottery.
priceless.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
And there's a lot, ang daming, di ba, yung naging successful din about so friends muna. Then, kasi most of the girls naman kasi they like friends first
Being
before
befriending.
Yeah, that's right.
Before
That's right.
lovers.
Correct. And I would agree with that because
Ikaw.
you don't really get attracted.
Ikaw. Friends, ano gusto mo? Friends?
Of course, you wanted to be friends with someone first to really know the person.
Nasa 8 octave yun, ah.
Of course.
Ito, what about this one? Break the touch barrier. Kasi diba there are some guys who are, I don't know, for some reason parang torpe, parang they can't seem to find the perfect time as to when they can actually attempt to hold that girl's hand. Parang I think that what guys would normally think is that baka mamaya isipin niya that I'm a maniac or something. And I'm I'm just trying to get in her pants or something like that.
Right.
So again, when do you find out na it's okay to actually hold her hand? And I think the best opportunity to actually try to break the touch barrier is, let's say, a simple crossing of the street. Like you
Right.
assist the girl, right? So talagang you might have to hold her arm because you might have to assist her. And then at times parang she would actually reciprocate by trying to hold your hand too or hold your
Right.
arm. So doon pa lang you can already test if if she's up for it or not.
Right.
So I guess it's slowly but surely, but again, not a lot of people can actually or would actually see this happening. Like again, it takes a lot of risk. Make or
Right.
break nito eh, hit or miss nito eh.
True. So I think ultimately, what we can advise our listeners, I think if you're experiencing this, like you wanted to get out of the friend zone, is I think what we can learn from this is try to do subtle romantic moves
Yeah.
to see if that will be reciprocated.
Test the waters. Yeah.
Right? Test the waters. You would know for yourself if the person really likes you or not. And then second is just try to think whether you are willing to leave the friendship or put
If
your
you're willing
friendship
to risk it.
yeah your friendship over your feelings, then you should go for it. And lastly, just tell them your true feelings.
Right.
That's I think the best way to tell the person that you really want to get out of the friend zone.
Yeah, and to add to that, I would suggest that people should be open to anything that actually can happen. Don't expect too much. Again, you very much know where you stand. You very much know your place.
Right.
So stay there first
Right.
until such time that again the person that you have feelings with would start to reciprocate the feelings too.
Right.
So yeah, be open to anything that can happen.
So once you know that the identified signs that you've been in friend zone, I think that's the time that you would stop being so delusional and pursue
Yeah,
the person.
right,
no?
yeah,
I think
go
that-
back to reality.
All right.
Snap back to reality. Right?
Please.
Okay, so listeners, what do you guys think? Again, please do leave those comments on our Facebook page, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. That's after_shift. So again, we're the Talkers signing out. Have a great weekend, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Thank you. Bye.